Hello, hello. Looks like people are popping on. Hello, hello. So welcome, welcome. I hope everyone had a great, what is today? Tuesday. It's been a day. Good evening, Lacey. Good evening, AJ. Hello, hello. Hello, Kelsey. So good to see everyone popping on here. Good evening. Is it Biggie? Aw, whatever user that is, thank you. Hello, Alabama. I just had a reading in Alabama. I think my last reading of the day, where was that? Fairhope, Alabama was my last reading of the day. Hello, hello. So glad everyone has been able to join me tonight. I see everyone popping on. So for those of you who have never joined one of my lives before, you put the name of the person you want read in the comments, and then my moderator chooses someone, and I choose someone from Spirit, and we kind of go back and forth. And then at some point, we're not doing psychic right now, but at some point, hello, Miss Cajun Girl. I have you coming up for a reading. No, I just had you the other day, didn't I, Miss Cajun Girl? But I saw you register for my class. I was just making up the roster today. I saw that, Miss Cajun Girl, that...
No comments.
Oh, no, some people
I see
have.
nothing.
My intro class is actually filled up. I actually have a couple of extras because there was a messing up in the booking of the class on my website, so I ended up with a couple of extras. So my intro to mediumship class is all filled. I'm so excited for that. I do still have room in the group, so if, it's called a development circle. Development circles are so fun. If you have ever taken a class or if you've ever read books and then read someone, you just have to understand the concept of reading someone and you can join the circle. It's a lot of fun. We meet for 5 weeks and it's just a safe, beautiful learning environment. Let's see. Can you connect with mother-in-law if I never met her? Yes, I can. I'm not saying you're up for reading, but I was just answering the question. I can absolutely connect to someone that you have never met. That actually happened in one of my readings today. And oh, the lady just told in spirit that the person, my client, had never met, but the lady in spirit told her some things that she could identify with about how the stuff was still left in her house and some other things. And I can also, if someone doesn't speak English, I can, well, the client has to, but the person in spirit doesn't have to. And I can read that because it's just energy reading. Okay, who do you want me to start with?
I can't see anything.
Oh, really? You can't see the comments?
No comments.
That's weird.
No.
Okay. The first one up, it looks like, is William, his grandfather, Christopher. All right, William's grandfather, Christopher, may I have you, please? Okay, William, listen up. Please confirm or deny. I always ask, just because I call that spirit doesn't mean that's the one that stepped up. So I always ask you to confirm or deny the description. If it's not your spirit, then don't worry about it. We will just move on. So when I called up your grandfather, I got... what are those hats called? You know, the ones that you wear that I don't like so much, like I call them old man hats. I don't know what the technical term. Anyway, this gentleman is stepping up and I don't know, it's just like one of these little flat hats, and anyway, that's what he was wearing. He's laughing at me because the joke of my husband has one and I call him an old man hat. I don't really know what they are, and I'm just teasing for anyone who actually wears them. Not really old man hats, that's just what I call them to tease my husband. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing on him. This man was, hello, this man was intelligent. He lets me know that he liked to read. And yes, like a newspaper boy type hat. Yeah. I'm telling you, Miss Courtney, I kind of like my description better, an old man hat. I'm just saying. Okay, so I am currently describing Christopher, who is a scally cap. There you go. That's the technical term. All of those funny things. Yes. That's what they were. Okay, so William, if this fits your grandfather's description, please say yay or nay. If it doesn't, We all know the hat you talk about.
I have no idea.
So y'all knew when I saw me a hat. I was like, yes. Okay, so Mr. William, are you still on here? Does this sound like your grandfather? If not, if it doesn't sound like him, we will just figure out who he belongs to. So I have the one with the scally cap, I think is what we decided it was called. And this man was very intelligent. He liked to read. He had a great sense of humor. Had some kind of teeth problems. So I'm not seeing Mr. William on here.
No.
Okay, so, I'm so sorry, Sonia. She says that she was scammed out of a couple of $100 today. There is no reading on my website that costs so much. You absolutely could have gone into my website and booked a couple of appointments for that kind of money. I will never, ever, ever direct message someone. Thank you for bringing that up. Never will I. You can only book Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. And I'm not really that far out. I think I'm a couple of weeks out, according to which appointment you want. Of course, the longer ones, it might take a little bit longer, but it's not very long at all. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Please make sure that you are not direct messaging anyone any money. All right, it looks like that Mr. William is not on here any longer. So we have a spirit up for grabs. Let's see who this gentleman belongs to. I have a grandfather energy.
I got nothing.
I'm hearing an H name, like Harry, Harold, something like that. Harry, Harold. And again, we have this a scally cap is what they called him, a scally cap.
Scully.
Scully. I don't know why I have an issue with it. It could be Henry, something like that. Okay, so we have a grandfather energy, this H name, Harry, Harold, Henry, something like that, a Scully cap. I am hearing that he liked to read. This man was very smart, and he always liked to stay up to date on things. He's showing me being in his home office, so he had definitely had a home office. And he didn't really dress grungy. He's showing me he spent a lot of time in like khakis or cords, something like that. Great sense of humor, and something about his teeth. Like, I don't know if does this fit anyone? If he is yours, just please put a mine in or a yes in the comments. Mine. Mama Lolo Sand.
What's that here?
Mama Lolo Sand.
Blonde Breckenridge. Said yes.
Okay, so this gentleman.
Two so far. Blonde Breckenridge says mine.
Okay, we have two that said theirs, so let's see which one we can narrow it down to.
Jennifer.
We have Mama, Lola Sand, and Jennifer. Okay, at this point, when this happens, I ask the gentleman to give me something definitive. And when I say give me something definitive, he smoked either a cigar or a pipe. I'm not quite sure which one I'm smelling, but he smoked either a cigar or a pipe. This man had a higher education. He had, did he have a master's? Did he have a PhD? I'm not sure if he had a master's or a PhD, but he had higher education. So in addition to everyone else, Mama Lola Sand and Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer said no, so we must be down to Mama Lola Sand. Thank you so much. So I love that a master's, very good. In business, I have a master's in business too. Him and I could have been buddies. Okay, so we have, I think we're with Mama Lola Sand here. He is, I know, right? We could have been all buddies with her. This man was such a beautiful soul. He was just gentle. And when I say gentle, not in a feminine kind of way. I don't know why he's wanting me to say that, but there you go. I have delivered his message of not in a feminine kind of way. It's not unusual for someone stepping up from Spirit to kind of mention something that I've been doing and to talk about that and to encourage me. And I don't know if y'all saw that. I put out on my TikTok the other day, thank y'all for the hearts, a TikTok talking about to educate, please educate your daughters. And I said, it doesn't have to, if you don't have a 4-year university degree, you go to a vocational school, go to a local community college. And I had this one lady who just kept commenting and trying to talk to me about, you don't need it. I was like, oh my goodness, domestic violence, when financial abuse is a form of domestic violence. And so he's encouraging me on that. He's like, yes, get your education. This man was all about the empowerment of everyone. And Mama Lola's saying he is very I'm just going to call you Mama for short, if that's okay. He's talking about that you are the same way. You are all about you do you. And not in a bad kind of way. You are very good about encouraging others. And even if it's something that... Why is someone putting this? Her website is in her bio. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, my website is in my bio, and I will get to the booking process in a minute. Let me finish this reading. I will absolutely answer those questions. I love those hanging lights. Those are my favorite. So someone must know me really well. So Mama, he is saying that you just encourage everyone, and you're a beautiful light in this world. You do not judge others, and I'm not saying that you agree with others, but he is saying that you very much just love others and take them who they are, and you like to walk in the love of Christ is what he is saying. So that tells me that you have a beautiful heart and you just really walk in love. He is also saying, has your car been making a noise, Miss Mama? When spirits say things that is going on around you that I wouldn't know about, it's just proof that they are with you, because I don't let spirits say, oh, tell them I'm with them. They have to give me proof. And so his proof is I can hear you, your car is making some kind of noise. And he says, get that checked out. All right. Thank you, Mama, for letting me read your, I'm not sure, your grandpa, I think it was. So thank you so much. He did a great job with his information. And there's a couple of things. I love what this gentleman did. I had it narrowed down to 2 people, and I said, this was for Mama Lola Sand. And so when I had it narrowed down to 2 people, I told him to give me something definitive, and he did. And so I just love, he was so perfect about it. That's the way spirits work. Someone asked me about the booking process. Christy Godwin, psychic medium. Then a calendar opens up to you. You click the day and time, and then once you book, a Zoom link is automatically sent. Seconds later, you get the Zoom link for a reading. Then also my system automatically will send a reminder the day before with the Zoom link again. Someone had asked that. I think that was the only question. I feel like someone else had asked me a question I wanted to answer. I don't remember what it was now. Oh well, maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, thank you. I'm in a lawsuit over the car and have been indifferent about getting my master's. Thank you, Mama, for those confirmations. If y'all remember, he was talking about her car making a sound, and she said she's in the lawsuit over her car. And go get your master's, girl. It's more fun than the bachelor's. And I'm not saying that it's fun, but it was more fun than the bachelor's degree. That bachelor's was painful. Do you want me to read someone?
I have nothing.
That is so odd.
I'm using my phone.
Can you not see? Well, like when they're
no chat.
That's weird. My moderators like having. I wonder what spirit of is they're messing with his computer, because all of a sudden he cannot see any.
No chats.
Okay, so it's my turn to just pull someone at random. I'll pull someone off of here. Okay. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune, spin and who I stop on. Okay, so I have Heather Wilczak. We're going to call you Heather. Heather 522. That's what we're going to call you. She wants her pappy.
Heather?
Heather. She wants her pappy. Miss Heather, let's see if we can get your pappy for you. So listen up, confirm or deny. If it's not yours, please say, not mine. If it's yours, then confirm. Okay, so Pappy is stepping up, and Pappy feels like he was, okay, I was about to say a smaller guy, and he's rolling his eyes at me. So I would say he was, I don't know, 5'9", 5'10", but he was thinner. He loved his coffee in the morning. I haven't had someone talking about coffee in a long time. I loved his coffee in the morning. And he was showing me standing, looking out a window and drinking his coffee. And when he's looking out the window drinking his coffee, he's standing there with his coffee in one hand and his hands on his hip, blowing it, looking out. And he must get up really early in the morning because he's showing me it's still dark outside when he's looking. And he's just dressed pretty casually in the morning, so he would have had a job where he went to, that he did not have to dress up. So, Miss Heather, does this sound like your pappy? Heather 522, confirm or deny, please. If it's not yours, we'll figure out who he belongs to. Is it on my side? My late husband.
She said could be.
Okay, very good. Could be. Give me some more information, Jen. She's not sure. Prove yourself. Okay, so... I do connect with Pats. So he, when I said prove yourself, he's like, Lord have mercy, this lady's all demanding today. Yes, I am. Okay, give me something definitive. You know, he's showing me, when I said, give me something definitive, he took me through his house, and his house is pretty dated. And I'm not saying it is dirty at all. It was just dated. He didn't keep it updated because that was not important to him. He believed in buying things and keeping them until they fell apart. Except for his vehicles, he didn't keep brand new vehicles, but he liked to buy newer ones. Also, he could work on vehicles. He could work on things. And I'm not saying that that's what he did for a living, but he was good at tinkering and he was good at fixing things. Clean shaven. No facial hair. All right. So, Miss Heather, does this sound like your pappy? Miss Heather, does this sound like your pappy? Give her a couple more seconds to confirm or deny.
What was your name?
Her name was Heather something 522.
He was a plumber.
Very good. So I'm assuming oh, she said it was a plumber. Yes, I saw that just now. Thank you. So I'm assuming that you're saying everything else fit. I'm assuming. Since you didn't say, nope, not mine, I'm assuming everything else fit.
Great.
And I'm sorry, I know it can be annoying with that, but we just really have to make sure we have the right spirit. This gentleman is showing me that...
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I know. Y'all find me annoying, so sorry. I just have to have confirmation. My husband, my moderator, says that I need too much confirmation, but is there such a thing? I just want to know. I don't think there's a such thing as too much confirmation. I just don't.
Just restricted my phone.
This gentleman is talking about, Heather, that you've been really struggling, honey, and did the chat on his infix? No. Well, he's having to look at it on his phone, which he doesn't like because it's so small. He can't see it very well. So he's restricted to his phone. Okay. He's talking about, honey, that you have been struggling a lot lately, just trying to figure out, what direction you're going in life.
How do you know if they really come through?
Did she ask that? Oh, that's a different Heather. I will answer that question in a minute, though. How do I know if they really come through? I'm making a note so I don't forget, because I will forget. Okay. And Heather, he's wanting me to tell you to please. Someone said to slide to the left to see the comment. So on your laptop, can you slide to the left? He's saying that it's going to get better, that you just have to keep pushing through, and that he sees your struggles. No, it does not working. He can see them on his phone, just not on the laptop, so I don't know what's up with that. It's a brand new one, too. I had nothing but problems with it. He is telling you to kind of sit with yourself for a while, and I know that... Thank you. Someone says she has in many ways. Thank you, thank you. And I know that sometimes when people say, sit with yourself, it's all over the place. And for anyone who reads the Bible, one of my favorite verses in Psalms, and it says, be still and know that I am God. And that has always just struck me. Be still and know that I am God. When you are still, when you are quiet, is when you can just tap into that God spark of you, that part of you that is still connected to the other side. And it can just give you some peace. It does take practice. This reason it's called a meditation practice. Just sit for a minute or 2 minutes and just try to quiet your mind, get a mantra going. I asked your pappy for a mantra that you should say, and he said, I am perfectly loved and whole. I am perfectly loved and whole. WHOLE, whole. So try doing that and know that your pappy is with you, and he sees what you're going through, and he sees the struggles. And also, one of the best things you can do for your meditation practice, for building your intuition, is to sit in silence and get to know your own voice. Because when you can get to know your own voice, you can differentiate spirit voices even better. So make sure you're doing that for yourself. Okay, so how do I know they come through? I'm assuming you're asking me how I know when a spirit comes through. Just much like this. So today, I'll take one of my readings that was here in my office today. They all presented differently according to how she was going to identify them. The first person stepping up, I was like, oh, it's a grandfather energy, blah, 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 blah. Described some of his personality traits, what he looked like. Once she confirmed that, we got into a pretty in-depth message from him. And then we had brought through several other spirits that I had described, and at the end it was a soul plan, so I had also tapped into a guide. And when I said I was describing the guide, she said, do you know his name? And I said, I'm not going to tell you the name that I actually heard, but I'm going to tell you, I saw Matthew John. And she looked at me and she said, that's my dad's name. So what had happened is we were getting towards the end of the reading. I had not brought through her dad yet. He knew we were about running out of time. I was trying to tap into her guide, and the dad dropped in his name so that we would be brought back to the dad. So they come through in many different ways, but always in a way that you'll recognize them. All right, so is it my turn to just pull whoever?
Sorry, I can't see him.
Okay. I have, this one is, the last one came off of the rolling screen, so right now I'm just going to pull one through. And I'm seeing someone, a young man, and he's riding a skateboard. What's your name? When I asked him his name, I was hearing an E name, like an Ethan. E name. Ethan, Earl, Edward, something like that. And he's riding a skateboard. It could be Elian. That is not a name that I ever would have gotten because I have never heard that name before. Okay, let me describe him and we'll see what we got going on here. This kid passed, and his I want to say late teens. He was a thin kid. He was a thin kid, and he's wearing a belt, and he's, you know, Evan Edwards. I would almost bet this kid is a double name because I kept wanting to say Ethan Allen, and then I had to laugh at myself because I realized that was furniture. But I was hearing that double name. I just didn't say the second name because all I could hear was Allen, and I knew it was wrong because Ethan Allen is furniture. Anyway, late teens, very thin. He's kind of pulling up his pants, and he's very specifically showing me his tennis shoes, and they're like those Converse. That's what they are, is Converse tennis shoes. He also used to go to skate parks. He is showing me in one of those bowls, you know, that you go in, and he is showing me going up to the other side. And you know how skateboarders will take and flip the skateboard and pick it up with their hand? That's what he is showing me. He has brown hair, and he is a white kid. He was kind of a loner. I mean, he did have friends, but kind of a loner. All right. This is mine, I know. Okay, Mama Mia Joy. Who is this to you? Is this your boy? Mama Mia. Mama Mia. Oh, your nephew? Okay. Got it itchy. All right. Young man, you have been claimed. He said, I knew I would be. Yes, he knew that he knew he was being looked for on here. Ah, la, la, la. What spirit just did that? That was weird. Okay, so this kid is talking about something has recently, I don't know if it's been the anniversary of his passing, his birthday, something has recently brought his passing up again to his family, and he has been very much missed, talked about. Also, something has been done recently to commemorate him, like to think about him. I don't know if something was planted. Mama Mia said it was her nephew. I know, I paused for a minute. It was the weirdest thing. Completely froze. It was absolutely... Oh, he passed 1 year on July 30th. Very good. Okay. I was very much feeling it was a commemoration of some sort coming up. You know, he wants his mama to know that he has been coming to her in her dreams. So if you can let her know that it is him. Because I feel like she thinks it's him, but then she second guesses it. You know, whenever you are getting messages from spirit if something is happening, and you're like, no, surely that wouldn't be my spirit. No, surely they wouldn't do that. Just know that, tell his mama that he is actually coming to her. Also, whatever they are going to do, there's some kind of plan to commemorate his passing, and he's very excited about it. He's like, I approve, I approve, I approve. So just know that he approves of whatever she's talking about doing to commemorate his passing, because it feels very much like a party or a celebration. And he wants, can we pay to be read on the live today? You know, I don't really know how. I'll get back to that, why we don't do that. And it's mostly my lack of ability to take payment and figure that out. Yes, I can talk to doggies. Also, has someone, I don't know, Mama Mia, if someone has taken his skateboard, or his mom's been thinking about giving his skateboard to someone, let her know that it's fine with him. If whatever she's planning on doing with it, she said, whatever he's saying, whatever gives his mama joy and peace, to please do it, and that he chose her. He's like, I chose her. I chose that family. And he is also saying, Mama Mia, that he sends you butterflies. He definitely sends you butterflies. So just know that you are not left out. He sends you butterflies. All right. Thank you, Mama Mia, for letting me read your nephew here. Very, very sweet kid. All right, so someone asked me about, see, I already forgot. What someone asked me about? I said I was going to circle back to it. Do you remember what it was? Mm-hmm. Oh, why I don't accept money for lives. Okay, because I don't really know how, to be honest with you. Because if I accepted money to read someone on a live, you know, how would I know who was paying? And then if I just randomly said, okay, y'all send me money, what if 20 people send money and then I'm here reading forever? So, Cash Out. You know, I do have Venmo and I do have Cash Out. I'm just not sure how I would match up who has paid with who is on my live.
Mamma Mia says she got disconnected.
Oh, Mamma Mia, you got disconnected. That's awful. Okay, so real quick, let me recap that reading real quick for Mamma Mia. He's talking about whatever they're doing to commemorate him. He's very excited about because it's a party and he wants them to know he approves. He also is saying to you, Mamma Mia, that he sends you butterflies and what else did I say? What did he send to his mama? Oh, he's in her dreams. He's in her dreams. All right. Thank you, mate. Thank you for letting me read this sweet boy. Okay, y'all want to do some psychic? Okay. Are those coming through on your phone?
It's on my phone. So.
All right. So let's throw some psychic in there and let's see if we can get those read. Let's, I just passed it over by.
Hi from Las Vegas.
Hello, Vegas. Oh, I thought it was someone asking me a psychic question. Who is in my house? Why, Mandy? Okay, Mandy, that spirit does not actually belong to you, but just because a spirit doesn't belong to you doesn't mean that you have to kick them out of your house. I only kick spirits out if I don't like them. If they're giving me the heebie-jeebies, then they have to go. And it doesn't mean they're bad spirits. It just means they're not connected to me.
Ashley, well, I need surgery on my broken leg.
Ashley, you broke your leg, honey? My goodness, I am feeling that you're going to need a little bit of surgery there. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So delicious. Will I get relief from my financial situation? You know, I'm feeling a little bit. It's going to be a little while, but I'm feeling you'll get a little bit. I'm feeling consolidation. You need to consolidate some of your debt if you can.
Lainey, am I going to have twins?
Lainey, is she going to have twins? I'm not feeling that you are. Okay, look at this. I have to get in on this. Miss Chatty. What's Miss Chatty say? Oh, she just left. I think it was her. She says she's torn between two men. Look at you go. Torn between two men. You want me to tell you which one to choose? Is that what we're about here? Oh, okay. This is easy. One is kind of arrogant. That's not the one you want. Nope. You do not want the arrogant one. You want the sweet one. The sweet one, I'm hearing you don't have as much physical attraction to, but that's the one you want. Because that arrogance is going to cut that physical attraction lickety-split.
Julie, should my husband become a stay-home dad?
I am feeling he should. Julie wants to know if her husband should become a stay-at-home dad. I'm actually feeling he would rock that assignment. Yes, absolutely.
Is my uncle's murder case going to go in our favor? It's a girl.
Is my uncle's murder case going to go in your favor? I am very sorry to say I'm not feeling a lot of positivity in that area. But just know that readings are never 100, or psychic readings are never 100%. Because I want it to go in your favor if he's guilty, which I'm feeling like he kind of is.
78 Moya, is my next situation life-threatening?
I'm not feeling that your next situation is life-threatening, but I'm feeling like it's very painful and distracting to life. Cajun girl. Well, I need surgery on my gums.
Cajun girl.
I'm not feeling that you are. I'm feeling they're going to need some care.
Katrina, will we move next year?
Yes, Katrina, I am feeling that you're going to move next year. Lissa, will I be successful in the future? You know, I am feeling some positivity in that area, but just know, Lissa, you still have to row the boat. Like I'm reading where the energy is going, so you have to make sure you continue pushing. I'm feeling you have to be hungry. Okay, okay. Oh.
Supernatural girl, what is my soul purpose in life? Supernatural girl.
Okay, supernatural girl, what is your soul purpose in life? You know, that is honestly not something I can answer on a live that quick. It would take me some tapping into you and...
She's S-O-U-L.
Yeah.
Soul purpose.
I knew what she meant.
Okay.
But I'd still have to, it'd take some tapping, and I just don't have time to do it on a live. Because that's a pretty deep question. Still living? Are my dreams psychic? Or are they my mind playing tricks on? No, they're psychic. Your dreams are psychic. Absolutely. Who or what is growling in my house? Okay, does she have something growling in her house? You do have something growling in your house. My ex has an ex that plays devils and voodoo. Is it voodoo? All right.
Yep.
It is voodoo. Okay, so I would do a house clearing. And after you clear your house, I would call in angels for protection. My favorite is Michael.
Definitely voodoo.
All right. Is the relationship going to progress soon? Savvy. You know, Savvy, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling a lot of positivity in that.
Playboy Kylie, will I get in nursing school?
Playboy somebody wants to know if she's going to get into nursing school.
Kylie.
I am feeling like you are, but there's some off energy there. When I feel off energy, it means it's going to be longer than you think, or you're not going to get into the school you want to get in. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Just get in there. Sound vibrations. Brittany, do I have psychic abilities? You know, I really think everyone does. I honestly feel like everyone has psychic abilities. They're just who is working it, who is owning it. Everyone has psychic abilities. When I teach classes, one of the first things I do is I go through the silly ethics. And part of the ethics is just because you're a psychic medium doesn't make you any different than anyone else, because if you set yourself apart, you're just making yourself different. So know that everyone has psychic abilities. Everyone does.
Tulip, the whiner dog. Did my dad hide his money? And if so, where?
Okay, Tulip, did your dad hide his money? I'm feeling like there is some money hidden. Does he have a garage or like a junk shed? Because I'm feeling in a can, but it's not just like a cute little coffee can somewhere. I'm seeing it's a can with a bunch of junk around it, like greasy tools and junk. So did he have like a workbench or a shed where it was kind of just a lot of tools and a lot of junky stuff? I'll start checking there. Sky, is my spirit guide name Navia? It is. I'm feeling it is Navia.
Danielle, will I get the job tomorrow?
Danielle, will she get the job tomorrow? Yes, I'm feeling that you will. Congratulations on that job. Congratulations. Okay. Someone's asking, does my grandmother know I'm getting married? If your grandmother is in heaven, she absolutely knows. Spirits know everything. They're around us all the time. She actually sent you some butterflies. I was like, Grandma, I know you've been talking to her. What'd you send her? Sent you some butterflies. Can we uplift that voodoo is an African religion that does not denote evil? That is absolutely true. Voodoo was actually a religion that was very therapeutic. It was made to heal people. Voodoo people, that's you took people to the local voodoo priestess or whoever it was to heal them. They were very gifted healers. Voodoo did not get a bad rap until here in America when some of the voodoo priestesses started becoming pretty powerful. And I don't mean powerful in moving energy powerful, but yes, they were powerful in that, but had a pretty powerful following because they were just such great gifted healers, and it started making those around them uncomfortable. So people started making others scared of them. But you are absolutely right. Voodoo was not an evil religion, and it still is not. I just knew when that person was asking if it was voodoo, I knew what they were talking about. They weren't really talking about classic voodoo. They were talking more about black magic, which is completely two different things.
Brittany, will Daniel get into medical school?
Will Daniel get into medical school? Yes, I'm feeling he will.
Good.
And I just love, I have to circle back to this comment, can we uplift that voodoo is an African religion? That I absolutely love that comment, because you know what? That person did not fly up in here like being all badgering and being mean. He's like, hey, here's a fact. Can we just talk about that? I absolutely love that. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get back to some reading.
I can't see anything.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Who are we going to? Miss Stacy wants, oh, that's still living. But her name is Stacy, but her call name is
my husband,
still living.
Rontavios.
Do you see me? I'm about to read someone. Stacy,
Okay.
Bob. Okay, who's next after Stacy with her Bob?
Ashley, my husband, Rontavios.
Ronte?
Rontavios.
Okay, so first I'm going to read Stacy's dad, Bob, and then I'm going to try to pull up Ashley's husband, Rontavios, and I'm sure I just butchered that. I apologize now. Okay, Miss Stacy, Stacy's dad, Bob. Can we have a Bob? Bob in the house? So when I said it's Bob in the house, he was funny because he came sliding up to me. He stepped up and he slid up like this, like, here I am. He was all fun. This guy, I don't know why he's showing me. Did your dad, Stacy, like what is that show? Saturday Night Live. He's showing me Saturday Night Live, and I don't even watch that show, so it was very difficult for him to pull that memory out of my head because it's barely there. So, your dad loved that show. He liked just what I call stupid comedy. Okay, Stacy, right here, my dad, Bob, please. I'm trying to read your dad, so if it is your dad, please confirm or deny. Did your dad, he comes sliding up, and he was very silly. Funny guy, he likes stupid comedy. He is showing me Saturday Night Live, which to me is, I know, some of you probably love that show, but not so much. I'm seeing dark hair on your dad, Miss Stacy. So, can you confirm or deny, Stacy, if this is your dad? I'm not seeing Miss Stacy anymore.
I'm not seeing Stacy.
Nope, she was all, let me read her dad. And here we are, reading her dad. Not confirming. Not confirming. Yep, still not seeing her. Did I miss it, anyone? All right. So let's see. We have a spirit up for grabs. If this spirit matches your person, butterfly kisses 505. Man, she was on it. Butterfly kisses 505. Okay, butterfly kisses. This gentleman is very much talking about that his love of stupid comedy has gone on to live another day. That someone has his stupid love for stupid comedy has gone on to other people in the family. He's also talking about, Stacy, that you have an not this is butterfly kisses. Butterfly kisses, that you have a phenomenal sense of humor, and good for you, because you need it to get through this life right now. And he is saying that he's showing me you're running out of that door, and you just have like a purse, you have lunch, you have something, like you're holding something in your teeth. You're just kind of weighted down, and that's a sign that he's around you when he sees you just going out the door and you have like 15 things that you're carrying. And he says, slow down and enjoy the ride. He's also showing me, have you recently had margaritas with your girlfriend? He's showing me someone drinking margaritas. Was that you? Were you drinking margaritas with your girlfriends? Show me you drinking some margaritas. I do like me a margarita every now and then. And when spirits do things like that, it is just a sign that they are around you and that they see what's going on in your life. I'm sorry, I had my email up and someone was just thanking me for the reading today. That's so sweet. I love those emails. I love it when people take the time to reflect on the reading and come back and thank me for my help. Makes it worth it. So he wants you to know that your life is going to get easier, and that he sees that you're running. He definitely wants you to slow down to enjoy the journey. Also, he sends you, what is that? I don't know. Okay, so we had moved on to someone else. Someone else had claimed him, because whenever Stacy did not confirm this was her dad, I put the spirit up for grabs, and then someone else claimed him. So we have moved on to a different person. I know it's hard to keep up with all these comments that you're flying. Anyway, he sends you bees, he is saying. And I don't think he actually sends you bees, but tells me that you were outside. And I know she said, no, it's not, but we've moved on to someone else. The person who I was trying to pull up didn't claim the spirit, so someone else did. They said mine. So they send you bees. So when you're outside, just know that you were outside this weekend, he's saying. He's showing me you were weeding. You were doing something in the...
Butterfly kisses, not her dad?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you.
But someone else had claimed him. I can't remember their name.
It's so hard for me to say.
I think it was like Still Living or something. Still Living? I think that's who it was. Okay.
Stacy's claiming him, claiming Bob, and everything you're saying.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I knew it was someone. I was like, I knew I had not lost my mind and that someone had claimed this gentleman. So, just know when you were outside working in the yard this weekend, those bees, and it's not that he was sending the bees around you. It's that he saw, it's just a sign that he was around you, and okay, someone just said, I'm sorry, I have to stop and answer this. I was moving on to the next one. Someone just asked, I did not even see it. They wanted to know if their brother was murdered. and I'm feeling a lot of positivity in that. I did not catch the name of who it was. I just saw it scrolling by, and I got an instant hit in my solar plexus. So just know, yes. Okay. Thank you for letting me read your Bob. Your Bob. All right, he did a good job, and he did a good job of showing that he was around you. So I hope that helps you feel better. I know that you were wanting some confirmation on that. Okay, Ashley wants her husband, Rontavias. I'm so sorry, Ashley. I know I probably butchered his name, but it's your husband. So listen up. We'll see if we can get the... So as I'm talking about him, and I'm talking about me butchering, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Someone just said thank you. You're very welcome. As I'm talking about butchering his name, he's walking up like this, like, yeah, you kind of butchered it. Yeah. This gentleman is, okay, so listen up, Miss Ashley. Confirm or deny this is your hubby. He very easygoing. He was used to people butchering his name, and I feel like he had a nickname because of that. He was a thin guy and very short hair, but no facial hair. Short hair on his head, but no facial hair. He's showing me. I'm out of water and I'm dying over here. CJ, I'm out of water and I'm dying, please. Sorry, I had to stop and get some water. I had to beg for some water. I knew I should have filled it up before I started this. Okay, so Miss Ashley, does this sound like your hubby? Aw, thank you. Someone says I love the way I read. Thank you. Miss Ashley, is this your hubby? Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Ashley. You know, what a beautiful guy. And this guy is, okay, I'm sorry. Whenever you claimed him, he's like, yes! And he was so excited that you popped up because he could tell in my head I was about to move on. And so excited he's claimed, but he's also, when he was like, yes, and so excited you claimed him, he's saying that's the way he felt when you said you would date him, and then when you said you would marry him. This guy loved you. Thanks, honey. Loved you so very much. He just adored everything about you. Not that y'all didn't have your tiffs, he's saying, but he just adored everything about you, and he says you are just as beautiful now as you ever were. And something has changed about your appearance lately that you've been kind of complaining about, that you are not appreciating in yourself, and he's like, she's just as beautiful as she ever was. So I don't know what that is that you're kind of giving yourself a hard time about, but your hubby's not seeing it. No, Rachel, you are not too old for a singing career. Sorry, I just had to answer that because I was feeling drawn to it. You wear something. Do you have a tattoo with your husband's name on it there, Miss Ashley? I'm feeling like you wear something in remembrance of your husband, but it feels like it's a tattoo. So just know, yes, okay, thank you. Just know that that is a sign that he's around you. When spirits step up and talk about a tattoo that I would not have known about, it's just a sign that they are around. I don't let spirits just step up and say, hey, tell them I'm with them. They have to prove it because it's too general for them to just say that they're around you.
A clock with his time of death and signature.
Yeah, tattoo. That's beautiful. I love that. That is such a beautiful way to commemorate. Real quick, because I saw someone on here earlier, they said that they had gotten scammed out of some money, so I want to address that. Please do not direct message anyone any money. I will never, ever, ever direct message you. You can only register on my website. I mean, you have to think about it. You can only register on my website because my website does everything for me. It manages my calendar. The second you book, it hits my calendar, a Zoom link is created, and it is sent to you. I don't have time to manage all that, so it's all automated. So I very much appreciate that. Also, once you get the confirmation, there is no, these are not paid readings. These aren't, but I'm just telling people if they want to book a paid reading, how to do it, because scammers have been using my name. So also register for my circle that starts next week. If you've ever read anyone, if you've even just messed around reading someone, if you've read cards like oracle cards or tarot cards or anything like that, register for my circle. It's so fun. If anyone has ever sat in a development circle, oh my goodness, they're so fun because you're with such a beautiful group of like-minded people. You're not struggling to find someone to practice with. You all meet. I give you directions. You shoot out into a breakout room. You practice and you come back. Then you get a new partner and you shoot out to a practice room and then you come back. The circle starts next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And it runs for 5 weeks, all via Zoom. So there you go. Register. It's a lot of fun. Extremely inexpensive because I wanted lots of people to have the opportunity to practice. All right. Hello, hello. Someone just said hello. All right. Am I still pulling?
Yeah,
Okay. I just want to make sure.
It's too hard for me.
Okay, we have a gentleman stepping up here. He's either a black gentleman or he is biracial. Not really sure. He is in a suit and he has a walking stick, but I don't really know that he needed the walking stick because he looked like he's walking pretty good and he's just kind of swinging it around. He was very tall. What's your name, dude? When I asked him his name, it was a J name like Jackson. He passed in his late 50s to early 60s. Okay. Listen up. Claim this gentleman if he's yours. I'm hearing a J name like Jackson. Someone just says mine. It could have been James, but someone just said mine. Okay, I'm going to, Kelsey, I know you said it was yours, but I'm going to finish recapping, and if he is really yours, can you just do yes again? I just want to make sure that that we're getting it right. Okay, so I'm hearing a J name like Jackson, a black gentleman or biracial. He's wearing a suit. He has a walking stick, but he did not need the walking stick, I'm feeling. He just walked with it. Very tall. This gentleman was tall. He was in he passed in his late 50s, early 60s. Okay, Kelsey, still yours? Thank you. Someone says, I love my energy. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay, looks
Kelsey,
like...
yes, mine. John Hackey.
Very good. John Hackley, very good. Miss Kelsey, looks like we have your person here. This gentleman had a brilliant smile whenever I said that you had claimed him. I said, oh, we have Miss Kelsey's person here. This gentleman's smile was just brilliant. So I absolutely love that. He is showing me flowers, and this is one of those times I wish that you were here in front of me so we could figure out what these flowers mean. But he shows me presenting a bouquet of flowers to you. So that can mean a couple of different things. Either he had done it in the past, or someone has recently given you some flowers, or flowers just have a significance to you. So know that he is showing me this bouquet of flowers, and hopefully it means something to you. Because I don't know what he's talking about, but that's the way a lot of readings go. Is like, I don't even know what I'm saying here, but this is what they're saying, and it makes perfect sense to my client. You just got to go with what you get. Number one rule of mediumship: go with what you get. He's also showing me, Miss Kelsey, that you have been you've just gotten started furthering your education, or you are thinking about furthering your education. And he is very much talking about, you need to do that. Please do that. Please continue on and get more education. That you are brilliant. You are very smart, he's saying. And that you don't own it. Like you don't own how smart you are. And he wants you to... I don't know why he's taking some responsibility for that. Like he didn't build you up enough. And I'm not sure what...
Definitely thinking about it.
Yes, please do. He's very much encouraging you to do that. You are extremely smart, and you can't take education away. You just really can't. Someone asked me a question. I was going to pull a book, but I only have like 15,000 of them right here because I'm planning a couple of classes. So you should see my desk and all the books. Let me tell you, it's a hot mess up in this joint. He's also telling me, Kelsey, that you have kind of been stuck on what you are going to major in or what you're going to go to school and figure out what
Not really real father figure.
What you want to be. And he's like, listen to your intuition, baby. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition will never steer you wrong. So I concur. I absolutely concur with him to please go to school. I'm such a proponent of school.
Do it.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Kelsey, for letting me read him. Someone put on here the number 444. I just had to, I don't know, it just drew my name. I had to see it. You are surrounded by 100,000 angels. Miracles are happening before your eyes. So just know when you're seeing that number that it is about really stepping to the miracles of life, and look for miracles where you're not expecting them. Whenever, you have to think about, if you have forgiven someone, if there's someone you've always been jealous of, or someone that you've always just been envious of, and all of a sudden those feelings go away, that in itself is a sign. That's a miracle. Thank you. Those wings came from Wayfair. 911. You are infinitely and cosmically connected to everything there is, has been, and ever will be. Connect to the wisdom that you are aligned with at this time. If y'all are wondering where I'm getting that from, it's from Angel Numbers, Kyle Gray, my favorite book. Okay, last one, 22. Let's see what we got going on here.
Crazy kid. I love that necklace.
Thank you. I got that at a local art store. All right, the 22. You have power and gifts that will light up the world. Focus on the highest good. You were born to shine. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Who's going to... Okay, Isabel, my dad... Eugenio? Anyway, you know what I mean, Isabel. Was your dad's death an accident? I'm not feeling that it was an accident. I'm feeling it was made to look like an accident, but I'm not feeling it was an accident. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so... Lizette, Monique, you said Vincent, your son. Lizette, was he a baby when he passed? Because whenever I focused on your name, a baby came up.
Which one? I think it was. Yep. Oh no, wrong person.
Okay, so while Lizette is answering that question, I'm waiting for her to come through. Oh, she said yes. Someone said she said yes. Okay, very good.
Was a baby.
Okay, I was wondering because when I first saw my son, I was expecting a little boy, and when I actually called his name, I saw a baby. Okay, so this little boy, so how do I read babies? Just because your baby's biological body is an infant doesn't mean their soul is. Their soul is infinite. So just know that whenever you pass yourself, which will be many years from now, you will recognize your baby. They will present to you. You will just know their energy. You're an all-knowing over in heaven, and so you will know him. He is saying that it was not your fault, his passing. He keeps saying it was not your fault. It was not your fault. So I don't know what it is about his passing that you blame yourself for, but your son wants you to know it was not your fault. He chose you, and he very much would have made the same choice again. And he said, make sure that whenever people ask you how many kids you have, you include him. Because for whatever reason, you must be torn about that. Like, how many do you have? Because one of them is gone. So you're not sure to include them. Someone on here asked me, I had an abortion a long time ago, but I did not know he was alive. I'm sorry. You know, once babies, so if you come to me for a reading, I mean, it happened today. This lady sitting in front of me, I said, oh, the spirit is saying you have 3 kids. And she says, no, I have 2. Instantly, I say, oh, did you have a miscarriage or an abortion? Because I see that baby around you. And she said, yes. I don't know. Like when I say, did you have a miscarriage or an abortion? I don't know. I just know that there's a baby in heaven that did not take a breath here on earth. They do not hold grudges. They don't. They're in infinite, pure, unconditional love. And I know that's a hot topic right now. Babies don't hold grudges. They're in heaven. It's a soul. Actually, it's not even a baby anymore. It's a soul.
Lizette said thank you.
You're welcome. Will my daughter ever have a diagnosis as to why she can't walk after strep? You know, I don't know that they're that is not what I was expecting to feel from that. I thought I was going to be like, oh yes, they're going to figure it out. I don't know that they are.
Atlanta is looking for a mom. Debbie.
Alana.
And I believe she is Irish. Not that matters.
Okay.
Mom.
Alana, we're looking for your mom, Debbie. Listen up and we'll see if it's her. I'm seeing curly hair. I'm seeing someone stepping forward towards me with curly hair, like naturally curly. And your mom, like she didn't really mind it, but I can see her complaining about it some, just getting kind of frizzy and pushing out of her hair or out of her face. She was someone who did not dye her hair. She was very much salt and pepper when she passed. And she was also very casual. She did not wear a lot of makeup. She never met a stranger, I'm hearing. Okay, so Alana. If this is your mom, please confirm. If it is not, please say, nope, not mine. Okay, so I'm seeing someone with naturally curly hair. She let her hair go gray. She did not, she was very casual. question I'm going to answer in a minute. Okay, Alana, does this sound like your mom, Debbie? We'll give her a few more minutes or a few more seconds. What'd she say?
Her mom. Not her mom. Her mom. I haven't seen her.
Oh, okay. I thought he was trying to answer me. All right, I'm about to give away this sweet Alana's mom. I haven't heard from her, so we're going to assume that it's not hers or Alana is no longer with us. She has decided to leave our live. I don't know why she was doing that. All right. I'm going to recap. So this spirit is going to be up for grabs, but I do want to answer someone. Do I believe in own souls? I absolutely believe in own souls. And you know, it has been, is this her? Alana?
Yeah.
Okay, she said yes. Very good.
Alana, but she said not mine.
Well, she said yes.
I just said not mine.
Oh, not mine. Huh. Very weird. Okay, very good. I will go back and recap because Alana has says not mine. Okay, I'm going to show y'all something. All right. This is not the own soul one, but this, so yes, I do believe in own souls. They're an absolute thing. So know that, and this has been proven. Like I can tap into someone and say, oh, they're an own soul. Let me cover up his name. Okay, so this is what we call a soul plan. And there's certain numbers that we see in here that tell me certain things about you. And sure enough, I will tap into someone, and I will do this in just a mediumship reading. I did it the other day. I was doing a reading for someone, and this gal mentioned her husband, and instantly I was like, what's his name? And I ran his name, and he had several of these 10-1s right here. 10-1 is a sign of an old soul. Also, there is a number that's not on here, but it's in my chart. It's called a 19-1. It means we're almost finished with our incarnations, and I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. Not that I don't love coming down here to Earth or coming over here to Earth and hanging out with you people, but you know, sometimes y'all are a bit much. I'm just saying. Sometimes y'all are a bit much. All right, so listen up. We're going to see if we can get this lady. This lady's laughing at me for saying that. She has a mom energy. She has naturally curly hair. She is, I am about 5'3", 5'4", and she was taller than me. So she's got, I would say she was about 5'7", so that must be something. A lot of women don't tell me their height, but she's very much making me see that she was taller than me. She was thin in most of her years. Okay, so naturally curly hair. It's kind of frizzy curly. She went gray. She did not dye her hair. She was very casual. And she was thin, tall. She was older when she passed. How old were you, honey? She was about in her 80s when she passed. I am still hearing a D name, like a Dottie, Deborah, something like that. So, if she was yours, please say yes. Someone says they need a sign. If you want a sign from your relatives, ask them. They will very much deliver to you. Definitely not mine. She had bleach blonde hair with a curl to it. Yep, we're trying to figure out who she belongs to. All right, so listen up, people. We have Annie. Am I going to be a healer? You can be. All right, so listen up. We have, okay, wait a minute. Yes, my grandma. My mom is Deborah. Okay, very good.
Nicole.
What's her name?
Nicole
Nicole. Nicole Marie. I love this lady's energy. Like, this lady was very forward thinking. She was very high vibrational during a time where people didn't really know what that meant. She absolutely knew things, and she is saying that is passed down, which tells me, Nicole, that you probably, not probably, for sure, have abilities that you have not owned yet. Yes, I think that everyone is psychic, but she is telling me that you are more claircognizant than anything else, and you haven't owned it yet. Claircognizance is just clear knowing. So, Miss Nicole, that tells me that you just know things and you don't think much about it. Also, I heard daughter, she is saying, wears some of her jewelry. So, just know that her daughter wears some of her jewelry, and that's just confirmation that she is around.
She was so smart. Yes, I definitely feel that.
Yes, very claircognizance. So make sure you're owning that, honey. Claircognizant is one of the hardest clairs to develop because you just know things. You don't really know how you know them, other than they're just downloaded. So make sure you're owning it. She is saying that, she said that she's with you in the car, and I said, prove it. And what she showed me, you're in the car and you're cranking the stereo and belting it out. So just know that your grandmother is around you. And when I said prove it, as she did, she's like, just wanted me to crank the stereo and belt that song out. She loves when you do that. It's just such joy, and you just release all kinds of stress when you do that. So good on you. Singing in your car is very therapeutic. Your grandma is also saying that I don't know why she's putting it like this. You are going to be happy. You are. Like, have you been doubting that, honey? Because your grandmother is very much stating it like a known fact. You are going to be happy, and you are going to be loved. That's what your grandma is saying, so you must have been wondering about that. She is also talking about that you're headed in the right direction. So you've also been questioning that. You're kind of at a crossroads, she's saying, that you have been really questioning where you're headed in life. Are you doing the right things? Very stressed. Okay, has she come through again? Because I am very much wondering, was it Spirit John?
Well, yes. Have been going through a lot.
Okay, very good. Not very good. You've been going through a lot, but very good. Thank you for confirming. And you know, you're handling it very well. And I know it doesn't feel like it because your grandmother is just giving me a smidgen of the stress you're feeling, and I'm like, ooh. She's just, go for a ride in your car, belt that song out. So you must really feel that. Like when you're in your car and you have the stereo cranked, you must really like just feel the stress going away. And she says, of course I love you. Of course I love you. How are you? I asked her, well, prove it. And she said, I just did. I told you that she's about to let the car, but I feel like you have more to say, Grandma. Yes, she does. There has been some lights flickering in your house. Actually, I'm feeling like it's a porch light. Have you noticed your porch light flickering? Because that is your grandma. And she is making your porch light flicker. It is, you haven't even really paid it. I mean, you've noticed it, you've acknowledged that it's flickering, but you really haven't paid it a whole lot of mind. So just know that, hello, someone says that they're new here. Welcome, welcome, Connor. Just know that that porch light flickering is your grandmother. All right. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, thank you. A little PSA because I was a little bit shocked as many times as I've said it, someone said that they actually sent someone a couple of $100 that was pretending to be me. You could go to my website and book any old kind of reading for a couple of $100. I do not charge that much. And you could get in within a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe. But anyway, you know what I mean. Please don't direct message anyone any money. Don't, not me, not anyone else. All the mediums I know have legitimate booking systems. She confirmed the lights flickering. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I love when people confirm. Also, please join me for my circle that starts next week. It's a lot of fun. If you ever read cards, if you have ever even read some books and messed around with reading someone. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Nicole. You're welcome, welcome. Come and join my circle. It's a lot of fun. It helps you build a tribe. Sometimes when you're open up to the spiritual side, it can be a little bit scary and lonely. So please join us next week for this circle that starts. And again, you can only book readings on my website, www.ChristyGodwinPsychicMedium.com. What day is Circle or Mediums welcome? Yes, ma'am, mediums are welcome. I would love that. Circle is next Tuesday. It starts on Tuesday, and it is via Zoom. So when you register on my website, you automatically get all the Zoom links, but you're also sent them again the day before, just as a reminder. So we would love to have you, It's very fun, and it's nice to meet new people. All right, I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I appreciate you, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go live again this week, as I have some events in the evening, but I might. You never can tell. Thank you, love you all. I so appreciate y'all joining me, and remember, do not send anyone any money. Only on my website. Thank y'all.